Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades 2, where today we take a new weapon out for a spin here, and let's not waste any time.
Hence I go.
Hence we go.
Moonlight. She's deviated from her path. Great Titaness, the Eye of Night, I draw you down. Lend me your might.
Good evening to you, little star. Our cycles now are intertwined, as I no longer can afford merely to watch. Whichever threat we face, I vow to shine for you.
Alright, so we're getting introduced to our hex, which is another mechanic here. Your hex charges up when you spend magic, so if we're not spending magic, we're never going to see this effect happen. Your hex makes everything else move slower. Hex fires a beam that does 800 damage. I mean, that's very compelling, right? Hex launches a seeking projectile that inflicts morph on up to 5 foes. And then you'll notice there's different levels of moon glow attached to these, which give them greater potential from the next path of stars, which is another thing that I assume the game will be introducing to us this run. The lunar ray is pretty straightforward. I do like a lunar ray. Let's take this one. Ready after a spend of only 30.
Lunar ray.
So once we get it charged up, we just, it's pretty straightforward.
Let's head this way this time.
Now it's easy enough to spend magic with this weapon. So if we can just find some reasonable way of replenishing it, we can have that hex up quite a lot. It's actually kind of tricky to use the weapon at full attack speed without spending.
Area clear.
Because you can't just hold down the fire button. And if you click quickly, you can see there's a pretty significant gap sometimes between the attacks.
Come, spindles.
Yeah, one big downside of this weapon compared to the staff is that while it is a lot easier to keep something controlled at a distance, we have a much harder time controlling like a group of enemies standing close together by just stun locking them.
If Artemis was terse or impolite with you, don't take it personally, please. It's how she is with everyone. Always been the solitary sort, and we never know where she is when we need her.
He thinks he knows Artemis better than we do. Whenever your casts expire, restore some magic. Quite a bit of magic, in fact. Yeah, that might be it. Attacks dealing damage in a larger area, obviously, would help to counteract some of the effect that I was just talking about, though. Nova Strike might be really good for us.
Stronger.
Oop. Hammer for sure. Pretty much always hammer. Alright, you channel your Omega attack faster and it uses less magic. Okay, that's compelling. I'm already kind of having trouble just attacking consistently without using it. Your attacks linger for 2 seconds and launch back toward you after you dash. Or they just go farther and deal more damage. I mean, obviously that's very compelling. The The thing where you get to boomerang them back to you is kind of interesting. I wonder how good this is in practice. It feels like if they launch back toward you and they deal the same damage, it feels like it would be very, very strong, right? We at the very least have to give this a try.
Flames.
Okay, they just disappear after the 2 seconds. If you don't do the dash, they just vanish. Yeah, interesting. I think I'm gonna take Bones over. You end up needing a lot of nectar for sure, but we also have a couple nectar already, and we sure are gonna need a lot of bones as well. Yeah, I think this way. Stop moving. Yep, it does in fact do full damage on the second hit.
Moly.
Okay, it seems like it's going to be a little bit challenging to maximize that, but I think it's going to be really powerful. Also, hey, look at that. A new thing.
Dye the silk and load it. Oh,
Hi there.
what are you doing here? Besides tramping all over my webs, that is. Oh, it's nothing silly. I can always make more perfectly good silk. I can't always see you.
Hi, Arachne. Sorry about all this. I think we'll soon be seeing more of one another now. My task has begun.
Truly. Why then, I'll get out of your hair. You have to go. But first, you have to try on one of these. And don't worry about any wear and tear. I've plenty more in stock.
She's got a weird energy, that Arachne. So, we get an outfit that's going to give us some armor and some kind of effect as long as we maintain any of the armor. Restore 2 extra health whenever you exit a location. We're doing okay on health right now. The Azure Dress just giving us infinite magic is probably the way I want to go here.
Do you like it?
Why, this is beautiful, thank you.
Yeah, it looks alright. Yeah, look at the rate of her punishment there. Alright, just make sure that we've actually destroyed all of the webs that look like treasure in the area. Even though they are not necessarily actually always dropping anything. Hey, would you like a gift? Can I? Nope, not on first meeting, it looks like.
To your success.
Well, see, like the characters you can meet out in the world like this are exactly the sort of thing that I want to be using our nectars on early on. Okay, so one thing we have to be. Oh, it works on the Omega Cast too. That's brilliant. One thing we have to be careful about here is that I don't dash in such a way that I change the path of the projectile away from the enemy too much. Right, because if I dash sideways like this, they don't all go back through. So that's interesting, and it's the thing that's going to get me hit, trying to maximize for that instead of, just for safety.
Such deep, impenetrable gloom surrounds the Underworld princess that not even her infernal eye can easily discern what horrors lie therein.
If I can't see into the shadows, I'll cut through.
Old Hecate's your teacher, is that it? Known her since I was probably your age. Right proper dame. Been far too long since last we saw each other, come to think. What can you do? She hates everybody. I hate everybody.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so whenever your attack or special deals damage, restores. This can be our long-term solution. Deal damage to isolated foes. Foes perish in a blast that damages any surrounding foes. This is actually very good. And once we've got a boon from a god or goddess, that god or goddess is more likely to continue to appear, which is a thing you probably have noticed by now. So cardio gain will probably be available to us later. And we don't need it right now. Right now we have the dress. I kind of like flash fry.
Right.
All right, is this the only... Looks like this is the only exit. Unfortunately, our hex status is not maintained from location to location. Yeah, I am absolutely going to get myself hurt trying to make this work.
Could make a run for it.
Probably overkill. You know, we're pretty good on money already, I think.
More wastrels.
I guess another thing is because they return so slowly, we can use them to hit enemies who weren't in the initial strike. I'm definitely going to take more Nova Strike here.
Sure.
Right, because we have the ability to bend the trajectory around. Do I think I want more maximum? Honestly, probably not, even though we probably don't super need the money either. We'll use this. Over the course of the long run, this will get spent, right? Wow, the area on that heat explosion is larger than I had assumed it would be. All right, Nectar versus Ash. Honestly, right now is probably Ash.
I have your back, sister. Take your shot, sister.
So, like, here's a good example. I didn't manage it, but I could have arced something into those guys. Also, the ability to have the, like, shoot the projectiles at things that aren't quite in range and then have them walk into it, as I just did there, like, that's interesting. It's not something I had thought about when we took the ability, but...
Hail, sister.
You're in top form?
Has my little brother lived up to his shining reputation so far? At least he did his part. As soon as I told him about you, sure enough, he was plenty eager to let all Olympus know.
Apollo was very kind. Though, easy for me to say. I'm not his twin. What'd you tell him anyway?
Only the truth. That I ran into the reclusive Witch of the Crossroads while scouting out our foe. And that she introduced me to a secret Titan killer she's been training up.
You just didn't tell him how long ago that was. So now they really think this long-lost relative of theirs is going to find Chronos and slay him.
Oh, they think you don't stand a chance. But they don't have a lot of options, so they'll support you anyway. Especially since you're family and all. And you know I will.
Okay, specials can crit, but you prime 40 of your magic away. I find it kind of hard to use the special with this item, this weapon, without getting hit a lot. So, not super excited about that. Foes in your casts, there's always a 10% crit chance on them, or you just have 3% crit chance all the time. I guess pressure points. Here's the thing about pressure points. It's completely trivial to use. You do not have to put any effort in at all. It just happens when it happens. And there is some, I think, some significant value to that.
A special offer of some sort, my lord. I've returned as much gold as I could, but know full well it isn't easy for you to procure the goods you provide. Why, thank you. Redeemed this at the Crossroads, is that it? Exclusive access to Charon's premium wares.
Earned each time you spend 1,000 total gold. Used to redeem rewards from Karen's stash in the Crossroads. Interesting.
It's fortunate the Underworld boatman's still plying his trade even during a downturn such as this. I trust his prices have gotten better at least. Or perhaps worse.
Nobody knows how the economy works. It's fine. Your casts inflict daze and deal a burst of damage before they expire. Your attacks can daze. Ooh, your attacks can double attack. Yeah, let's just layer on a bunch of like high value, low percentage effects, and every once in a while we'll have an attack that just goes completely insane, and that'll be fun. I think I probably don't bother with this.
Moonlight guide you, my lord.
All right, let's do it.
Prompt as ever. To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Remember well those words, and those that follow, lest the thrill of battle cloud your memory.
To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Night and darkness guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time.
A potent prayer, although here it shall avail you not. Perhaps you soon shall have the opportunity to make the invocations in the proper place and time. The crossed flames burn.
Fire.
Ah, damn it. What am I doing? She's invulnerable. I know that. I know how this works. Wow, the range on that. Just pick some herbs real quick while we're battling here. Not real. That's a pretty decent crit. Ah, damn it. I got caught by that one right away. No. At least she's not doing the constant airstrikes thing.
Now, see this.
They're not real. Hey, look at that. She's learning from us. Oh, you know what? I've had my hex available for like a year.
Enough. I yield.
I gotta remember to actually use it to make any benefit from it.
You have survived against me, and for that, you're owed a gift. May you learn well through it, Millenoi.
The Book of Shadows. Victory.
All right, so here is our book where we track everything we know about everything, and slowly increase. More is to be learned by encountering the things over and over and over again. It's good. We'll fill it out in time. I think I grabbed the only loot that was around here during the battle.
Beneath the outer edge of Erebus extends a hidden region of the Underworld, known only to few, and navigable only by fewer still.
Let's hope so. The pathway's down.
I don't even need the fountain. Although I think if we don't use the fountain, they don't let us move forward, so...
Into the depths.
And the dress is holding up all right.
The air's thick.
So, like, obviously, this weapon is a lot
Paris
easier.
doesn't show at least.
It's a lot easier to use
Serpents.
than the staff. The safety of range provides you a lot of ability to make mistakes.
What a stench.
Oh, gorgeous, I can barely see you anymore. And what a shame that is for me. Although, where are you anyway? Caught somewhere underneath the sea itself? Your father's realm is very vast indeed.
Okay, specials deal more damage to close-up foes. I do love more max HP. I do love more damage output. We should probably take the damage output. Honestly, I think I was mistaken not to grab this the first time it was exposed last time. And as long as we're at 80% or more health, it's actually 10%.
Down the drain.
Frustrating to have taken just the tiny bit of damage from that thing's projectile right before it died. Okay, we gotta prioritize getting our getting some source of magic gain.
I mean, come on, just... Ugh.
What's all this?
Because our dress
Lotus.
is unfortunately about to fall apart.
Yeah?
His graphics definitely were not in last time I played.
Well, would you look at that? Another would-be suitor journeyed far and wide just to gaze upon me. Not that I blame you. And get totally rejected. Fine. Ogle if you must.
If you must.
You have the wrong idea. I'm not seeking a mate. I don't even know who you are.
What? I'm Narcissus, dummy. The Narcissus. And if you're no would-be suitor, then why don't you relieve me of one of these innumerable gifts the others offered in vain? Then beat it.
Okay, so... I mean, the Ancestral Offering is very compelling. 6 silver is a lot. Geez, yeah. I know the health for, you know, winning the run or whatever. But 6 silver will go a long way toward unlocking some stuff for us. I can't turn it down.
Now you may go.
Thanks.
Also...
Some limestone.
Okay. Limestone, I'm sure we'll have some use for that. Alright, we can't... None of these characters want to take a nectar the first time we meet them. How frustrating.
Remember me, Serpent? My silk.
I forgot that those split that way. That's really annoying. Ow, jeez. Okay, I'm horrible at avoiding that attack. Where are you?
Out with you, Serpent.
Absolutely terrible. That really, really went badly.
Are you east the bottom of the sea? Or very close to it? Must be even darker than what you're accustomed to. And the terrible pressure. Not even I can stand it for too long. So how can you?
Okay, your Omega moves make you briefly restore any magic you use, repeatable after 8 seconds. I don't think this is quite going to cover it for us. Whenever you sprint or hit the first foe you run into with a blast that knocks foes away, your specials knock people away. I mean, I don't hate this. The primary method, or the primary use of the special for us would be disengaging people so that we can hit them with our other attack. So that gives our special some significant utility. We do need bones. We do need ash. I think I'm actually going to prioritize ash a little bit. Oh, or
Give up already. I am afraid I must ask you to cease this at once.
This magic. Chronos. I'll carve you limb from limb for this. For everything.
How frightening. Unfortunately, we shall never know if yours was a mere empty threat, for you are going on a little time out, at least until some other matters are resolved.
No.
You wish to traipse through this realm, then here, bask in it.
Where am I? Or when?
this is certainly different,
Over there.
and yet perhaps not entirely unfamiliar.
Just need to hold within this rift.
What witchery is this?
Ow, these wave shooting skeletons are definitely some of the more dangerous enemies from the first game. It is a nightmare thing they have done to us here to make us fight them. God, there's so many of them. Why are there so many of them?
You knew how to resist my little spell.
There we are.
That sucks.
It'll take more than that, Chronos.
What a horrible place. If you're gonna put me somewhere from the first game, what a truly horrible place to do it.
Those spouts again.
Oh no, the trap. Oh god. So yeah, you can see it's very easy with this weapon to light up a low value hex repeatedly. We could absolutely have done it twice in this room if I had wanted to.
More ashes.
And in fact, I spent more magic than I was trying to. But we are in desperate need of a way to earn back some mana. Her thing is going to be staying close to enemies to earn it, and I definitely also don't want that.
Hippos.
We need Hestia, so of course she's entirely stopped showing up.
We're almost there. Hold on.
This is going a lot worse than last time. So like I have said a couple of times now, I really do believe very strongly that the best way to increase your survivability is to increase your damage output. And I think this run has been a really good example of like the way that things that are designed to help you survive just don't help you survive as well as murder. Because every second you're in a room and there are enemies is a second for you to get overwhelmed, to get caught by something you didn't see, to lose focus.
Hear me, on my authority.
Your attacks gain power. It's bonus power, but you prime some of your magic. I mean, that's not that much. I think that's probably okay. Your casts damage foes while dragging them toward the center. is actually also very compelling, though. To drag enemies into one place while firing a bunch of stuff through it and then dash and have all the projectiles come back through seems really powerful. Let's take this and experiment with it. We'll have to see exactly how powerful that effect is. And then we are super, super ready to spend some money here. Yep, and it is boss fight time.
Should be useful.
Spiritual affirmation seems good. Just more everything. Better chance to double tap. 20 damage every 0.85 seconds during the cast, and I don't really have a sense of how long the cast is, so I don't know like the total damage output here. Extra dose is it's going to be very hard to like quantify this effect, but you know, it'll do stuff.
An ever-present song compels the nightmare-bringing princess ever forward, towards the beauty, deeper into the abyss.
Right onto Scylla's stage.
Again, there really is a lot of value in effects that you don't have to think about using.
Knew it. She's come back. You ready for another show, lady? We've been rehearsing our material, practicing non-stop, because one day I'm gonna be a star. Oh, me and the gals.
What do your musical ambitions have to do with unprovoked acts of violence against me?
She's just heckling us gals. Ignore her and take it from the top. 2, 3, 4. We are Scylla and the Cybers.
All right, now obviously our cast cannot move the drummer, but it does have a damage component now, so. Yeah, okay. Really, really good work there, me. Yeah, I'm not seeing things enough. Okay, let's put some decent damage on the guitar player. That's not even in the area, jeez. Yeah, and unfortunately the dash back is not going to do any damage to Scylla because things that hit her from behind don't deal any damage to her in the first place. But to be careful to like shoot shots through her sideways. Wow, even that angle wasn't dealing damage. That's crazy. Her attacks being even more dangerous is not great for us, obviously. But at least we were able to stay far enough away from her to get a clean kill on the drummer. I suppose like the upside of this thing is that I can shoot through Scylla from behind ordinarily, you know, at an angle that doesn't deal damage, and then just fully rely on the dash back. That's not quite close enough. Feels like they should both be on the edge of death here. Come on. Okay. Well, that was miserable. That was a very, very, very bad version of that boss fight.
Into the purse.
Oof. Yeah, this run is this run's just about over then. In my defense, it's very late at night. This is like the last thing I'm doing before I'm going to bed. I needed to play some more Hades.
To firmer ground. All this sorrow.
It's remarkable how easily I always get turned around in just the opening area of this floor. Alright. First room has a hammer in it. That's nice to see.
No need to engage.
Absolutely gonna take the food.
Smackers.
Alright, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll just never have to fight any enemies with reasonable ranged attacks. You channel your Omega attack faster. Probably it's the sudden burst. Once we have some method of magic gain, this is going to be really nice.
I'm grateful, Daedalus.
But we really do need to get that, though.
It's cleared up.
Alright, specials. Obviously, the special buff is not very impressive. Here we go. 15% more damage on basic attacks certainly is a winner.
Should be able to revive that bow.
This is a remarkably small island. Okay, heart and money or difficult Apollo boon. Let's go for that.
Queen Lamia herself.
Alright, gotta make sure that we're getting some of these things cleared out. So I don't want to use my hex until we are at a minimum of pursuing projectiles. Alright, here's hoping we can get the whole thing out. Nope, she's firing crap at me. Also, I gotta remember, as long as we have her debuff from the cast, she's doing less damage should we get caught by lightning, so probably worth keeping her in that. Okay.
Venomous fiends.
Come on, something to help with my magic.
Accept this message.
No such luck. Supernova's a little bit more interesting now that our cast actually does something. Attacks can inflict daze. You know, I don't like daze because it's unreliable, but since we're leaning very heavily on our normal attack here, like I think it's going to be okay. It's going to save us some amount of health, especially against like the bosses where I'm not good at avoiding their attacks necessarily. This'll be good. It'll be hard to tell when it's good, and we can't rely on it in any way, but it will be good mathematically to some degree.
Someone there. Someone there. Someone there. Someone there. I mean you no harm. I mean you no harm. You no harm. No harm. No harm. That makes two of us. What ails you, Shade? Is there something I could do to ease your burden? I could ease your burden, your burden, your burden.
Well, that's nice of you. Replace all spent uses of Death Defiance with ones that restore 50%, then less and less. Well, we have lost one. So one of 3 random boons from the previous night. I think getting our Death Defiance back is reasonable.
I don't know who you are, but thanks. 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 Thanks.
I like the idea of the power of her buffs being an echo and so lessening with each repetition.
A deep ravine within the fields of mourning spreads forth like a gash across the Underworld's heart, and even hateful spirits know to stay away.
Need to keep pushing forward, out of here.
That echo thing is a really clever union of theme and mechanics. I mean, it's got to be the one with all the boons, right?
Looking for several different points.
All right, we're feeling a lot stronger here than we were even just a room or two ago.
Mourners. Olympus, I accept this message.
Weakening effects are more potent. Whenever you exit a location, restore to 100% if you've not lost too much. It's kind of interesting. But obviously, like, it doesn't help you during any actual fight. I think we're just going to take Passion Rush. Passion Rush was better than fine in our last build, and it'll do something here. Wow, enemies have a lot of HP down here.
In the name of Hades.
Okay, whenever your casts expire, just gain a bunch. But also Perfect Image. But what about Perfect Image, though?
All right.
Perfect Image is very good. Obviously, it's more compelling with a ranged weapon. Where am I looking? There should be one more thing, right?
Can't do it.
Wow, I can't believe that wasn't enough to kill any of them. Does feel like my damage output is starting to fall behind relative to the HP of the enemies in the area,
Count right now.
which is a worrying thought. then we're just
The
back at the
path of
front.
golden petals shall guide you.
Here we go. So now that we've learned that
Flourish and reveal my path.
that concoction, this is what that thing that we did at the Cauldron enabled. That's mostly what I wanted to show off. Although I was also actually legitimately having some trouble finding the what do you call it? The thing here. Oh, I stepped in the miasma. Ah! How are you still alive?
Now for what's mine.
Is this? Are we like pre-boss fight here? We might be. I think I want to go shopping.
Good to see you here, my lord. Salutations. In the name of Hades.
Alright, any minor finds you receive are worth more, and you receive some health and some money and some bones. Yeah. 75 bones, not bad. And then there's nothing else here that we'd actually want to buy. I think we can make some headway here, probably. Being able to fight from a greater distance than we could with the last character is going to help, for sure.
Calm yourself, Cerberus. We're going to fix this.
Although clearly our range is not infinite.
Easy now.
I gotta get him to commit to something so that I can hex him safely, so that he doesn't do that and then force me to interrupt myself. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really know how to do that, and he does a lot of the big smashy attack.
Stay out of this.
Wasn't done kicking your ass yet. Alright, even though these guys have a lot of ranged attacks between them, it definitely feels like a less dangerous group of enemies than the one we had to deal with during the previous Cerberus fight. Little dangerous. Why is this the moment for uh-oh? Has the whole fight not been uh-oh? God, look at the range on this attack. How are you supposed to ever avoid any of this? So the one head gets very sparkly. I'm not sure exactly, like, am I supposed to be trying to hit that head specifically? Doesn't seem like a thing we mostly have a lot of control over. Yeah, when we can get him, like, facing a certain direction and just committed and not constantly trying to step on me, I can really, like, I can belt out some damage pretty fast. It's just a matter of, you know, all of the other times.
His rage dispelled and his true form revealed. Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld princess with but the faintest glint of recognition in his 6 terrible eyes.
Now calm yourself. It's only me. You're safe now. You're all right. Tears.
All right. Well, it was a better fight than I did against Scylla, that's for sure, and a better job on a more difficult battle overall. Wait, who could I salute? Oh, the little red shade.
You there? You're from Elysium. I'll leave you to it then.
The one shade who was a friend to Zagreus.
Farewell, Fields.
All right, I'm a little surprised that I made it through that, frankly. Not the boss fight specifically, but the whole entire thing.
Pure water. Unseen. Chronos awaits.
You made it.
Hello, Eris.
Oh, good.
What are you doing here in Tartarus? There's no way you could have access to this place unless...
Unless indeed.
Unless I could, like, fly? Come off it, babe. You're way too stuck in your own head. You'll probably be stuck here, too. Death to Chronos!
Curses. Mine.
Wow. Okay.
It worked.
It's tough to get a read on that one.
Forget something when last you interfered?
Hoplites.
Yeah, I can't even, I honestly cannot stop the Omega Charge from occurring now that we've sped it up. I really, really need the boost. Alright, just some kind of gain boost.
It can't be. Cerberus.
The infernal beast that wrought such terror in the morning fields now sits there calmly and expectantly, not for the princess of the Underworld, but someone else.
Another tormentor come to break me, or to try. And such a frail one at that. Has the Titan Lord a lack for decent help?
Are you the master of this beast?
The master of this beast? Well, if I'm to be remembered, I could think of far worse ways than that. Though this beast has yet to so much as snarl at you.
Lord Hades, you're my father. I'm Milinoe. I'm your daughter.
My daughter, Milinoe. Merciful fates. You cannot be here. He shall find you. He'll find you and...
I'll slay him where he stands. He's in the area, is he not?
He's in my blasted house. Where you were meant to be, and I. Look at me, daughter. I cannot confront him on my own. What do you expect shall happen?
I expect he'll underestimate me. Father, let me free you from these bonds.
No. No, that would bring greater ruin, nothing more. Now get out of this place. Then let me lend to you what strength I still possess.
Okay, cast launch a projectile that seeks foes. This is very similar to a thing we had last run. Deal more damage based on how many times you've Death Defianced. That's kind of interesting. Or dash strikes surrounding foes with a punishing sweep that inflicts scorn. Ooh, plus 30% attack and special damage. Yeah, I think this might be just the thing. I mean, there's something to be said for Howling Soul, but also we're able to get on top of our enemies to some degree with this build. I guess I would rather stand back, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Let's take this.
I'll be back for you.
Don't be a fool.
I was supposed to be standing back. I was supposed to be being safe.
In shadow I serve.
To shadow you return.
And then, you know, it just has happened to be the case that a lot of our fighting has worked out the other way because the enemies do not want me to stand back.
Tempai.
Yeah, I gotta be a lot sharper here. I tried to really quickly swap the target of the hex to that other the other satyr troop there to interrupt his spear throw, but unfortunately it just wasn't quite there.
Wretches.
And I couldn't target swap fast enough to keep them all stunned with it.
He'll send more and more foes the longer I stay.
Yeah, this is pretty grim here. I mean, obviously we still have that Death Defiance, but well, the cast drawing the enemies all in and then exploding them all at once is actually working out really well. Whew. All right, is it time? I think probably. I think we probably just got to commit here. Well, this is not exactly what I was hoping for.
Here in fathomless Tartarus, the god's cruel predecessor Chronos commands his renegade forces, maneuvering against Olympus whilst holding the Underworld in his thrall.
Olympus can't get to him here.
Alright, I think we gotta take the boon here and hope for the gain thing.
Olympus, I accept this message.
It'll be transformational if we get it.
Betrayed.
We did not get it. Okay, after Omega Cast expires, randomly deal damage in the area. After you take damage, automatically damage and daze all foes in the vicinity. I guess that's what we're gonna have to go with. And then we can buy a palm here. A little bit of bonus armor, and here we go. We got a Death Defiance. But this is not a lot of total HP to work with.
Welcome, my girl. You slipped through my fingers before, only to return and give to me another opportunity to add you to my collection. Did Athena truly get all the wisdom in our family?
Your collection. You speak of your kin as objects to be put on display. The gods ought to have put you on display after cutting you to pieces, instead of discarding you like common filth.
You know, I'm still rather sore about all that. I truly thought my children would be different. That they would show their elders some respect. But they did not. And my tolerance has its limits.
Okay. Trying not to be like totally dour here. Not to give up before the fight has occurred.
Mere moonbeams.
I mean, that was pretty good. We got I think that whole attack off. Ow. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Caught me casting. Well, I think that's more damage than we did to him last time.
Predictable result. Yet you persist.
And I even dodged one or two of his attacks. A little.
Princess of the Underworld, I regret having to contact you at such a time. It's not my custom to intervene during moments of doom, only to observe.
Moments of doom. You're Lord Moros, emissary of the Three Fates. So your sisters heard me after all.
They expected me to find you, for there's something they intend for you to have. Wherever you're going, look for it when you arrive. I'm uncertain if we'll meet again. Farewell. It's been an honor.
Wait.
Odd for him to even bother to show up and say that, huh?
He's gone.
It doesn't really seem necessary.
I just met Doom incarnate, Chronos. I'm not sure I should be excited about that.
Oh, hey. What would you say is the most frightening thing you've encountered out there lately, Mel? It's important for someone in my position to keep up with the latest on this front.
Well, I'd have to go with the raging infernal beast guarding the only viable way into Tartarus. Absolutely massive, countless sharp fangs, 3 fire-spitting maws. Though he's also my family's dog.
Ah, you had me going. Well, if you're telling me there's nothing scarier out there than a pet dog, it means I've got no competition. Time to rest on these laurels some more.
Please make yourself comfortable.
All that you see is my domain.
Is that? This is from the Three Fates.
Alright, so a big list of prophecies, giving us some pretty decent rewards here. Some of these,
Prophecy fulfilled.
obviously, we've already done. The daughter of the god of the dead shall increase her grasp to 14 at her altar. She shall discover how after unlocking more arcana, if not sooner. What is this? 2
Another prophecy fulfilled.
grapes? I don't know what those are. Prevail in the lowest depths. Meet the allies of the unseen who kept her secret from the rest of the family. 10 silver, damn. Shall give 5 nectar in order to receive 10 ash. We could do that We can finish doing that here in camp. Unlock the various items. Yeah. Okay. We are about to unlock the blades of pure silver here, so we'll get this in a second. Surpass each of the fierce wardens, sometimes found along her path during the Underworld. This is sort of the sub-boss stuff. Okay, well, I'm gonna perform some of those. We'll get there. What is this?
The rivers overflowed back there.
That's charming.
From the shadows.
Please don't yell at me.
The fates indulged you after all. That is their scroll beside your tent. It followed you out of the shadows. Perhaps it can provide some answers.
Would that it does. The fated list has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
May it reward your efforts at least. But do not expect the fates to always favor you. The bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
We'll have to take our chances. May moonlight guide us.
And may shadows conceal us.
This should be possible.
Alright, what else can we learn here? Okay, those are nightshade seeds. So create 2 soil plots for growing nightshade and other plants.
Great Gaia, share your secrets if my worth is true.
'Tis done.
Such sorcery.
Definitely seemed like an important thing to do. And then reagent sensing. Become alerted to valuable resources, so this way we don't have to necessarily scour every map on our own. We don't have a ton of moly, but we're going to want this eventually.
So mote it be. There's something by the broker.
Indeed.
Special order privileges from Lord Charon himself.
Okay, so... I mean, we're going to need a lot of Psyche, right?
Order approved.
I think we'll go ahead and just pull for that.
Where'd Nemesis go?
Yeah, Nemesis isn't here. That's a little worrying.
I heard your efforts to bring Cerberus back to his senses were successful. At least temporarily, Goddess. He bounded off to Tartarus only to be cast out into the fields again.
That's what I gathered, yes. In Tartarus he seeks his master, my father, whom I happened upon bound in chains. Chronos is torturing them, mocking them.
Chronos is using them to get at you, instill in you emotions that compel you to throw caution to the wind. Remember, wars are won and lost in hearts and minds.
Did you not act on your emotions in your mortal days?
And just look at the mess I'm in now.
What? Me? Never. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give him one, if only to complete the prophecy.
Hey, Odysseus. Got you something here I wanted you to have. For always keeping an eye out.
Goddess, your presence alone is all I could ask. Though if you're in a giving mood, then perhaps you'll accept a small gift from me in turn.
Your trusty knuckle bones. Thank you.
Cool. Not gross at all. Alright, so we have some nightshade seeds.
You'll flourish here.
I suppose let's get these started.
The embodiment of sleep dozes interminably in a private little grove, visited on occasion by the princess of the Underworld, whenever she requires time to think and plan.
Or just to check on him.
Alright, so since we did accomplish that little thing, let's run over here.
Will this truly come to pass? The fates expected this.
I know we can spend some bones at the what's he called, but I just want to make sure we're actually
The boatman.
getting all this stuff done and make sure I know what we need before we do that. Okay, so this is probably a better way to light up a 3 for the purposes of awakening the centaur. Chance to turn any minor find into a random major find, or you have +1 reroll and can alter location rewards. That's definitely valuable. +1 reroll and can alter boons and certain other choices is definitely the reroll thing I want the most. Was the ability to seek particular things on that boon menu, like the gain that we were looking for basically the whole run after I turned it down early. It's probably a lesson somewhere in there. And then also we need a bunch of psyche in order to level up any further here. Okay.
Upon this cauldron by the will of night.
You know what? They got it this time.
What do I need?
So...
Strength is needed now to join our fight. Upon Olympus.
I can execute this a fair number of times. Am I just going to go all of my bones out for psyche?
Yet we would ask your service to our cause.
I kind of think I might. We really do need to extend our grasp.
Fair trade.
All right, and we'll keep trading bones out for this for the most part, probably. At least for the foreseeable future.
Think I can raise my grasp. Remnants of the past.
Okay, so now if I take off the Furies, which I'm not like totally enamored with anyway, we can start with the Boatman. And now that's a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 5 made available. So if we can just get one more expansion, I can grab a 3 with it, and then that'll also get us the Centaur incidentally. I mean, we also have to actually unlock 3, obviously. When you channel your Omega moves, everything else moves slower versus the ability to alter location rewards. Or to turn a minor find into a random major find. So you can see over there and the tooltips on the right explaining the terminology. It lets us turn a meta resource into a run resource effectively. You know, ashes into boons or something. And maybe this is the 3 that we want to pick up. In which case, obviously, we have to wait a second. It is a useful thing.
The arms of night.
All right, we picked up most of the silver necessary for the Moonstone Axe. We'll be able to hit that pretty soon. And we can just grab the Sister Blades for now.
Join with me. Lim and Oros, sister blades. We're fellow sisters now.
A fitting armament.
So, this is a very fast, fully melee thing. Special is a little boomerang with the sickle.
Over here.
Okay, the Omega attack looks like that. It's a weird, like
getting stung by bees.
Charge with a snap to the far side of the enemy and then attack them on it, which is kind of cool. And the Omega version of our throw. Okay, just throws out a cone of projectiles. That's
Magic's back to full.
fine. It's not as exciting as I might have hoped. And then we have unlocked the ability to build some other resource gathering tools, but to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of want to save our silver for the Moonstone Axe. Like, we should only need one more run, right? So I think we'll probably stay pickaxe and stuff through this next run so that we can get the axe, and then we can start working on the other things in the shop, perhaps.
Something new there.
All right, these knuckle bones. The next guardian loses 5% health, but you take a minus 10% damage from guardians. So the guardians referring to the bosses at the end of the regions. I mean, it's not horrible, certainly. Need 12 more encounters with this to rank it up, and it's not even as the ranking it up is not even as good as I thought. It's only going to go up to 150 at gold, but still, I mean, it's the money matters. The money matters. So I think without anything else to do here, that is where we're going to go ahead and call it for today. The witch's fire thing that we were using as a weapon for this run, perhaps a little like paradoxically, although it is a safer weapon, a ranged weapon, an easier weapon to use, I think, than the sister blades. I have always preferred the blades. I'm very melee focused, I'm very melee sort of girl, and I expect, unless I get myself totally flat-footed here, I expect that we're going to tear some stuff up on this next run. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.